Hi, this is Chad from Blueberry Ridge Outdoors. We're in northern Wisconsin today on a pretty good sized lake. We're going to try for the first time, never fished here before. We're looking at August 19th, northern Wisconsin. The fish are going to be deep. We're going to try to find them on the electronics, and then we're going to try bottom bouncing and catching them. So bottom bounces and spinners today and a half a crawler. We'll see how that works. So I've been driving around for a little bit. I think I found some, so I'll show you what it looks like on the graph. So here we're in 32 feet of water. You see how the contour lines get close together. There's a bar here and deep water here, so right in the middle. These are all fish. So we're gonna work our way up in between the rock bar and the deep water. We're gonna see if we can't catch some. There's plenty down there. Those are all fish. There's a pretty good school there, and you can see the individual fish down here. Now, even though those are fish, we don't know what kind of fish they are, so stay tuned and we'll see what kind of fish they are. We'll get down there and see if we can catch some. All right, I'm going to show you what we're using today. Just using an actual medium action bait caster. I use the 13 brand, but you can use whatever brand you want. They all work the same. Just personal preference. I just have a swivel on here. I'm going to hook an 1.5 ounce bottom bouncer. Now, I don't have any heavier bottom bouncers, otherwise I would use heavier ones in this deep water, because we're in 32 feet of water and the fish are at or near the bottom. So in order for us to get down that far, we're going to have to let out a lot of line. In this type of water, I would go with a 3 ounce bottom bouncer instead of 1.5 ounces, but you work with what you got. On the business end, I'm using a Northwoods tackle. Their little butterfly blade. That way I can run this at a slower speed, almost like a slow death rig. And then I use half a crawler. Just take a crawler, pinch it in half. Hook the front half on the front hook. Stretch him out if possible. He's not cooperating. And hook him somewhere towards the back. You're good to go. This is what it looks like in the water. Hooked up in the Northwoods here. Here it comes. It's a walleye. It's a nice walleye. There we go. There we go. There's a nice walleye. "19 inches. Nice one. All right, looks like we got one on here. Let's see what we got. Yeah. Nice Northwoods walleye. Let's see how long he is. "16 inches. I'm gonna throw him back. Okay, we're hooked up in northern Wisconsin. Let's see what we got here. Here he comes. Nice one. There's a nice walleye. All right, let's get him unhooked. What I'm doing is I'm fishing a hump out here. I'm fishing the edge of the hump. The hump comes up to about 20 feet deep, and I'm in about 35 feet of water right now. So what I've been doing is just trolling around the edge of that point, of that hump. The wind is coming at me, coming at the hump. So I'm on the windward side, and that's where the fish were. They're stacked right up in here today. Every day is different. The wind changes. Some days there's no wind. Now this morning there was no wind. So this morning was tough. I caught a couple little ones, threw a 16 back, but it was tough. Once this wind picked up, then the fish turned on. It's just like a light switch. I was doing everything the same. The fish were there. They wouldn't bite. I tried changing colors. I tried using a whole crawler, half a crawler. I even tried a rip and wrap, which I've had good success with, but they didn't want nothing. And as soon as the wind picked up, got a little chop on the water, must have calmed them down, and then they started to bite. So this is my other. This is what I had on my other rod. I had 2 rods out today. Just again, a crawler harness. This one is also a butterfly blade, but it's purple and red. Now, I was up here a while back, and it was hot out, and this is the only one they'd bite on. Now today, the chartreuse and green one is the only one they'd bite on. So it all depends on the day. And then I just double hook my worm, pretty standard. So I only use half a worm most of the time. If you're using the front half of the worm, obviously the head goes to the front, and then hook the back, and then pinch the tail off about this far from the last hook. You don't want too much of a trailer hanging out, or they're just going to bite on that and get your worm, and you're not going to hook the fish. So I found August, it's very important to have both hooks, because they bite kind of light. I mean, you will get some fish, but you'll hook up better if you have 2 hooks. And if you use the back half, obviously the front half where you cut it goes here, and then put it here. And again, don't let any more than maybe a 3/4 of an inch at the most hang past that back hook, or you're just going to be giving worms all day. And I said I only have 1.5 ounce bottom bouncers, but in 34 feet of water, I would probably go with a 3 ounce bottom bouncer if you have them. These aren't heavy enough, but I'm going really slow. I'm going 0.8, 0.9, sometimes 0.6 when the wind picks up. So I'm averaging about 0.8, 0.9 miles an hour, which is really slow, but these butterfly blades will spin at quarter mile, 0.25 miles an hour, so that's why I like using them. More of your standard size metal blades, you're gonna have to go at least a mile an hour or more to be able to spin consistently. You're gonna have to go 1.2 or so, is what I found. So that's why I chose the butterfly blades, and they seem to be working. So yeah, the walleyes on this lake are good, healthy fish. When I reel them in from 34 feet of water, I reel in slow and steady. I want to be able to release them if they're in the slot size. So this lake has a slot size of 14 to 18 inches. You can keep one over 18, and all the other ones have to be under 14. So the 14 to 18 you have to throw back. So when I reel them in, I reel in slow and consistent, and that seems to work. I'm bringing them out of 34 feet of water, and they release really healthy. So just think about that. If you crank them in too fast, their bladder will come out their mouth, and that fish is dead. All you're gonna do is feed the eagles. If you gotta throw it back, make sure it's alive. So reel it in nice and steady and slow, and you should have no problem. My surface temperature today is 73 to 74 degrees, so the surface temperature of the water is warm. That's why the fish are so deep. But just know the lake you're on, know the slot limit, and when you're fishing in August, just reel them in slow and steady. Make sure you don't kill the fish, because if they have to go back, you might as well put them back alive. Got a nice little campfire going on here, and the water is like glass tonight on the lake. It's beautiful. Beautiful evening, long day in the sun fishing, but just beautiful up here. This is Chad from Blueberry Ridge Outdoors signing off. Nice week up north. All right, have a good one. See you next time.